Hi, this is Dr. Ken Richter. One thing that has been difficult with this COVID crisis is the way that information is distributed to all of us. Everyone seems to be an expert, and even the experts disagree. I thought it would be helpful to go over a few points of fact and myth that are consistent with the majority of thought. Okay, first, fact or myth. COVID-19 can be transmitted in hot and humid climates. Fact. COVID has been shown in all climates now in the world. It doesn't seem that extreme heat or extreme humidity will actually wipe out or limit the infection by COVID. Fact or myth? Cold weather cannot kill the virus. That is a fact. Because the body stays consistent with its temperature, it doesn't matter what the outside temperature is, the COVID virus can still propagate in a human. Fact or myth? Taking a hot bath does not prevent the virus. That's a fact. Once again, the body temperature remains constant. Fact or myth? COVID can be spread through mosquitoes. Myth. COVID is a respiratory virus and is not transmitted by mosquitoes. Fact or myth? Thermal scanners are effective at detecting a fever. That's a fact. There is a problem though. It takes between 2 to 10 days to develop a fever after being infected with the COVID virus. Fact or myth? Anyone can get COVID-19. That's a fact. It's very contagious and much more contagious than flu. Anyone can get COVID, but it's only those that are weakened that will develop the symptoms from the virus. Fact or myth? Antibiotics prevent and treat COVID-19. That's a myth. Antibiotics do not work against viruses. They'll treat co-infections with bacteria and may have some anti-inflammatory capacity, but should not be considered the treatment for COVID. There's been a lot of talk about using Z-Paks and hydroxychloroquine, but right now that's not designated as a standard treatment for COVID. Fact or myth? COVID-19 is no worse than seasonal flu. That is a myth. COVID-19 is much more contagious than the flu, and COVID does have a higher risk of mortality than the flu. Fact or myth? You can only spread the virus if you have visible symptoms of COVID-19. That's a myth. 25% of people never show symptoms, but are still infected and can still transmit the infection to others. Generally, 98% of people will show symptoms by day 12. The median incubation time is 5 days. Fact or myth? COVID transmission is only through air with cough or sneeze. That's a myth. The viruses can live on surfaces. Now, not a long period. They can live about 4 hours on cardboard and sometimes up to 2 to 3 days on copper or steel, but generally they're not at a virulent stage to be able to transmit infection. Nonetheless, that's why we have the rule within 6 feet of the virus, 6 feet of social distancing, and also of washing our hands thoroughly. Fact or myth? COVID-19 can be spread through food. That's a myth. There's no evidence of transmission, but you should make sure that you wash your hands before handling food as you would anytime. Okay, those are just some facts and myths about COVID-19. There's been a lot of information that's gone around. A lot of it is false, and it's hard to discern what is true. I would urge you to please contact me as your family physician or to look on resources on the internet on reliable sites. Try to get the bulk of information that you see repeated. If it's just one report and no one else is reporting it, it most likely is not true. With time, we will figure out more things about the COVID-19 infection, and we will learn more and more every day about the proper way to handle this infection. In the meantime, please stay safe. Please honor social distancing, and we'll get through this. Absolutely. It's Dr. Ken Richter with Scotland Family Medicine and your Curbside Consult. Thank you.